1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. He'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Pickens. Finding room at midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Defense gets up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Packers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
From the gun on third down. Bush. Johnson's got it complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. An inside give to Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on third down, Bush. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool. He looks calm. He looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve, because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now. Way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. And Johnson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Steelers 14, Packers
3. Throwing on first down. Bush. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking it. And in this case, it paid off well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's brought in by Harris. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Packers 3.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 5 yards remain on second down. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to Dobbs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On the give, this is Harris. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 10 more there and another first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Now a give. Running left is Harris. Nifty move. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Bush.
That's taken in by Watson.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Bush. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Off the play fake. Bush.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
A final shot before break. Bush. He's going to let it go again.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On 1st and 10, Bush.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Bush.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Levi Wallace with a pick. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Bush.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Here's Johnny Hekker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Austin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football, because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, what a move.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 74 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into the second half blowout material.
And he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Again, it's Harris on second down. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Throwing to start the drive. Bush. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing again. Bush. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Finds Pickens outright, and he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now here's another carry for Harris. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
But this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Jones sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with the football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Harris. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And they take a knee. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the
This is caught inside the 15. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Bush. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Juwan Johnson,
a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Packers have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Pittsburgh, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Talking that funky, about my face, wearing that monkey.